reading. Let's start at the beginning. Page of Cups. Cups are about messages. This could be messages of love, love from the past, present, could be the future, marriage, engagement. This can mean take an emotional risk. So I know Capricorn, you've been kind of working on the relationship space a little bit, or some of you have, I should say. So you may be ready. You may be ready to either start dating, accepting invitations. Could be your lover maybe wanted you to do something that you didn't want to do, and now you are more open to it. But this is messages of love. It can be as simple as getting an invitation to a wedding, and it can be as intense as a love letter from the past. So pay attention, see what's coming in your direction. And let's see, 3 of Wands is here. 3 of Wands usually is when you're looking for the future, you're looking out to the future. So it does look like some of these decisions that you've made during these retrograde periods or cleaning up some things from the past have kind of brought you to a new space where you are making new decisions. What do you want the rest of your future to look like? What do you want the rest of your life to look like? You have made such sweeping changes, sweet Capricorn, that it will look different to you. So 3 of Wands is kind of reminding you to hold off, wait till you get all of your information, release the things that don't work for you anymore. It also can mean foreign travel. So it is feeling more on that line for you, Capricorn, that you may be starting to save for a travel overseas, but it usually dictates a long distance. 3 of Wands are about long distances. It's not just, going to the next town to visit Great Aunt Minna or anything. So this does look like you're opening your possibilities to your future and what you want your future to look like. So congratulations. At the top of this is the 3 of Pentacles. It does look like you are also collecting information. You may be collecting information to start a business on your own or collaborate with someone. The Pentacles are about money, about physical things, about putting things physically into the universe, manifesting physical things. So you may be taking the next step in a business, either that you own or be willing to collaborate with someone to make a system better. But it does feel like a little collaboration to improve either the business you're working in or start a business on your own. But it does feel like taking a leap of faith, trusting other people's information, and doing a little bit more of manifesting with other people, asking for the help that you need to really get this going. So that is what is above you. 8 of Cups is here. It is in the past position. It is along the line of the Page of Cups. So you may have had to walk away from a relationship recently. You may have emotionally walked away from that relationship a long time ago, but this dictates it's on a physical level. It does feel like you have relinquished some kind of control, or you have allowed life to flow a little bit instead of hoping it's one way and realizing it's really another way. You may have been betrayed by someone in the past emotionally, and you were walking away from that person, that relationship, that job. It may be someone within in your family. It is in the emotions, in the heart. So it feels a little closer than work, although work might have betrayed you in some way, and you might have had to have left that job. But for the most part, it feels like you're walking away from an emotional commitment that is no longer working for you. You may have been a little disappointed in this. You may have held on for a little longer than you should have. So the repercussions were that it hurt a little bit more before you could start the healing. But it really feels like you have started this healing. The world is open to you. The world is the last card in the journey of the Fool, of the Tarot. The Tarot is the journey of the Fool. The Fool is 0, so that is us. That is the beginning of our journey, and the world is when things open up to us. That is the end of our journey. So it does feel like you have ended something, and you are more than willing to be open to start something new. It does feel like you have been validated lately, that you are coming into your own and into your power. It does look like from I want to say years, you've been giving your power away to someone else that didn't deserve it, whether it is a partner, whether it is your children, whether it is your family, whether it is a job. You have been gifting it to people that do not deserve it. And now you are calling back all that energy. You're gifting it to yourself. You're creating new things. Look at that. You're just about ready to fly into the world, into your greatness. So it does look like, Capricorn, you have come to an understanding and a realization that you are enough, and you are ready to fly into the world in that new space. It's really like a rebirth, and as you see, she's kind of floating up and out. It is a rebirth and a birth of understanding, not only at how you work in the world and releasing the things that no longer serve you, but it's a kind of a brand new baby space, and there's a lot of enthusiasm for these changes. So congratulations, Capricorn. The High Priestess is here, so many of you may have incorporated psychic beliefs, taking classes on spiritualism, going back to church. It can be that, or even something higher than yourself. For those that walk in an atheist awareness, this can just be understanding that you feel better at walking in the world, in the woods, or sitting by a tree, or going to visit the ocean. Whatever it is that is your God or your higher power, or whatever works for you, to release and to embrace enthusiasm. It does look like you are embracing new ways of doing things, and you are trusting in your own abilities as well as the journey. The High Priestess shows up, as well as the Magician, when we are embracing new spiritual means. You also have the Hierophant here as well. So when the High Priestess and the Hierophant show up, that tells me that you have taken a step up in your havingness, a step up into who you are as a spiritual being, not just the surface physical realm, that you are incorporating mind, body, and spirit into your world. And that does look like was one of your challenges for the last month with these 2 3s here. So you've really embraced those changes, found your enthusiasm. You may had to have gone it alone for a minute, or take a step back from a relationship in order to get clarity within that relationship. And this kind of validates that. The Lovers are upside down here. So that does feel like, for many of you, you have either taken a step away from a relationship, released a relationship, or rejuvenated a relationship by pulling back your focus. It does look like you might have given too much and forgotten yourself while you were in this relationship. So you are reclaiming the part of you that is healthy and that needs to change. And that, whether that's by yourself or within a relationship, something within relationship space has changed. And for those of you not in a relationship, it may just be ready and willing to accept being in a relationship with yourself or others. But when the Lovers are upside down, it's most definitely been a challenge of the heart, a challenge with someone in your heart. Knight of Pentacles is here, and that Knight of Pentacles, you know, knights really want motion. Pentacles about material things, physical things. So it may, you may have had to refocus a bit on some money to get it back into balance, or maybe your focus now is on money a little bit more. It's usually good news about money or material things. You may have been redoing a resume. You may have put it out there for a new job or starting your own business, but it does feel like some good news and a little more fluidity and some solidness to the way you make your money or the way money is coming in. So you may have completed payments on something that you've been doing for a long time, like student loans, or paying for a child's college, or paying your ex-husband's jive. Something has come to an end where you can refocus money to yourself, your endeavors, and your business if you are creating a business of your own. The next card is the Six of Cups. This is emotions. This is usually a happy place. Six of Cups is usually when you hear someone from a love of the past. So you may have gotten an email, a text, or something from a love from the past. Could be an ex. Whether it's in good standing or bad, it does feel like you will get some information, or you will get some messages from the past. You have a Page of Cups here too, as well as the Six of Cups. So that's kind of telling me you may be getting some messages of love from the past. Maybe someone that the timing wasn't right and now you were both free, type of thing. Six of Cups also can be Scorpio. So this can be a strengthening of a Scorpio relationship. The Hierophant is right here. So you may have a magical Scorpio in your world, Capricorn, that either you need to connect with or that they will connect with you. The Hierophant is here. This can stand for a Taurus. This could be, and this might be who's you've been revamping here, is a Taurus. If it isn't a Taurus, the Hierophant, as well as the High Priestess in the world, has turned up in your readings to give you the validation that you are a spirit in a body. You can create whatever you choose. You are magic. Do not allow others to dictate your magic. It does look like you forgot you were magic for a while and gave that magic away to whomever, and now you are reclaiming it. And the Hierophant here it usually shows up when we really start using our magic on the daily. Does that mean you're doing meditations every day? Have you gone to a spiritual counselor? Are you taking a class? Are you a psychic and starting to use your abilities and your gifts for yourself and others? The Two of Swords is on the other side. It does feel like you've been quite defensive lately. It is lighting up for me over the heart. It does feel like you were very disappointed in your heart space, whether it was from yourself or another person. But it does look like over the last, I'm feeling 6 to 12 months, that you've been really guarded over your heart and very disappointed. And it does feel like you had some either betrayal of the heart, or it can even mean a physical heart problem. For the most part, it does feel like you're very guarded. But with this Page of Cups here, you're ready to open that defensiveness and to really connect at the heart with others, whether it's a sexual partner or whether it's someone in the family or your best friend. It does look like your heart is opening a little bit more and more and more each day as you work on yourself and start trusting in your decisions and start trusting in the universe. The world has opened up to you, sweet Capricorn, and now it's time to make yourself a star. And it does look like you are believing in yourself a little bit more. You're believing in your gifts. It does feel like you've had some disappointment, as I said, over the last 9 to 12 months. It does feel like kind of a thumb was put down on you, whether it was by a partner, and it can even be physical illness as well. But it does feel like you've gotten some answers for this month. Things are moving in the more positive direction, and the star is also taking great ideas and putting them and manifesting them into the worldly space. You may be also being honored for something. The star is when your star is shining bright. Not only do you believe in yourself, but others believe in you as well. So that's a wonderful card to end this reading on, sweet Capricorn. Let me throw some of these chakra cards here for clarity. For the most part, this was a very positive reading. Congratulations on moving that energy out and trusting yourself a little bit more. It does look like you're ready to rock and roll in your newfound awareness. Let's see what this brings. Instinct. So follow your instinct. Follow your intuition, your psychic abilities. You're coming more and more into your natural gifts, and you're trusting yourself a little bit more. You are enough, Capricorn. And confusion. So it does feel like when you don't follow your own instincts and you're following other people's truths and other people's awareness, that you get a bit confused on things. So always put your instincts first. It also feels like that person from the past, can be an earth sign, can be a Taurus, kind of fed you a line of jive, shall we say, to confuse you, to manipulate. So now that you have clarity, that confusion is clearing up more and more. So the more you trust your instincts, the less you'll be confused on others' information.